is an organization that invites speakers to discuss their work through onstage interviews and unique presentations. And here to tell us more about upcoming events is President and CEO Marcia Levy. Welcome back, Marcia.
Thank you.
I always love when you come and tell us about all the stuff going on in your creative mind and all the things you're doing for our community. So let's start with, we've got a really exciting author coming up. We want to talk about that in a minute, but tell us about Meet Me St. Louis. Why did you start it and what are you guys up to?
Absolutely. Meet Me St. Louis is a not-for-profit organization. As you said, we bring authors and artists into St. Louis so that St. Louis can meet them and hear all about what they're doing and what they're writing. We try to create a different event for each speaker. People get to meet them, talk to them, hear their presentation. If they're selling a book, we sell the book. They get their books autographed. They get to ask them questions. And it's a unique opportunity to get one-on-one time with nationally recognized authors on a variety of topics. Mm-hmm. And we do programs year-round. We've done programs with Leslie Stahl, with Cardinals pitcher Bob Gibson, well, I'm not going to mention the name yet. We'll get to it. We'll get to him. But we've had lots of wonderful programs. We do them in different locations across the area, mm-hmm. so that it's not just one area that people have to go to. We've done them at Ballpark Village. We've done them at Mary Ann's Tea Room down in the Central West End. We've done them at St. Luke's Hospital, all over the area.
So you pick the venue based on the author or the artist that's presenting?
Correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, and they're not always St. Louisans that are coming in?
No, as a matter of fact, most of them are not.
Okay.
Most of them do not have a connection to St. Louis. They want St. Louis to know about them,
okay.
or about what they're writing about.
Got it. Okay,
so
and you've got a long history in the whole book author promotion world, so you've got great connections.
Yes, I was the director of the St. Louis Jewish Book Festival for 17 years, mm-hmm. and when I retired from that, I just wasn't getting into enough trouble. And a couple of publishers asked me if I would still do events in St. Louis for their authors, and I said, absolutely.
So that's how this came about.
That's how this came about.
Yeah, see, nobody who's smart really retires, right?
Oh, well, I will take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
Because you have so much more to offer and to give, obviously, and
you.
And you're bringing us some great speakers. So, about how often are you having events typically?
We usually do them once a month, sometimes every other month. Mm-hmm. A portion of the proceeds from each event that we do is donated to a charity in St. Louis, and it's a different charity for each event. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, Leslie Stahl's book was about grandparenting. We did it with St. Luke's Hospital. The money went to their new neonatal center to take care of the babies, the new grandchildren.
Yeah.
When Bob Gibson was here with his book, he talked about how he'd had a lot of issues with race relations when he was a player. So the money went to programs that helped students and young people learn to deal with diversity and hopefully do better than some of the other generations have done. Mm-hmm. This program coming up at the end of the month is taking place at Kirkwood Library, and the money is going to Kirkwood Library.
All right, perfect. So you've got a great nationally known speaker coming. So you're giving us all these teasers.
Yes.
A.J. Jacobs,
correct,
who is well known for living
The Year of Living Biblically.
Year of Living Biblically.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Also Drop Dead Healthy. Also another book called The Guinea Pig Diaries. He's an editor-at-large for Esquire magazine. You hear him a lot on NPR, TED Talks. He does life experiments and writes about them. And he writes about them in such a way that you laugh and you learn at the same time.
And he talks that way,
He
right?
does.
Very
He's
entertaining.
Very entertaining. Mm-hmm. Very entertaining.
So you've had a long connection with him from back when you were with the Jewish Book Festival.
Correct.
And so you've stayed in contact, and now his latest and greatest book, which is right here, It's All Relative, he's going to be coming and speaking and reading probably from parts of the book.
Correct.
November 30th.
November 30th at 7:30 at the Kirkwood Library. The new book is called It's All Relative, Adventures Up and Down the World's Family Tree. And it's all about the hot topic nowadays, genealogy, researching your family tree, tracking who you're related to, finding distant relatives, DNA, human genome, everything under the sun related to genealogy, genetics.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break and come
Sure.
back and talk about how you get inspired when you read his book and what the action steps are, because I know you've probably been there. I'm just guessing.
It's true.
All right, so thanks for staying with us, STL Live. We'll be right back with our guest, Marcia Levy. Thank you.